Ooh, welcome in, my friends. Welcome in. We back at it again. The Live with Brandon Blaney podcast. The Live with Brandon Blaney podcast. We back. We back, gang. We back. Welcome in. Welcome in. Back for another one. We talking Caitlin Clark. Should she be on the Olympic team? We gotta talk about it. It's been the hottest discussion. And it's just something that we gotta talk about, man. We gotta chop it up. I want to hear from the community about this one. Gotta hear from the community about this one. It's been crazy, y'all. It's the talk of the town right now. This is the talk of the town. Caitlin Clark being excluded from that from the USA basketball Olympic team. Y'all lock in with me, lock in with me. Welcome into the Live with Brandon Blaney podcast. Told y'all, man, we gotta talk about Caitlin Clark. She's off the Olympic team, got cut like a Sunday coupon. And I just want to know from y'all's perspective, man, did she deserve to be on the squad? RC was good. Welcome back, welcome back. I just had to bring it to y'all, man, to hear what y'all thought about this situation. Y'all see the 12-player roster right there. You know what I'm saying? We got Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi. Diana Taurasi was a player that a lot of people felt like Caitlin Clark should have made it over. We did the side-by-side comparison in my last video. Y'all go check it out. I just uploaded. But we talked about that. She's dominating Taurasi in every statistical category. I understand that Taurasi is a legend. I understand that she has won multiple gold medals. I understand that. Respect. She's played over 20 plus years. I get it. But guys, Caitlin Clark is a better player right now in their respective careers. And the fact that she's bringing the popularity in the eyes, we can't ignore this. Hey, RC, I'm alive and healthy, baby. No complaints here. You know what I'm saying? Just got back off vacation. Had to take a few days off, but I'm back. And we back at doing what we love to do, man. How y'all doing? How you doing, RC? Hey, John, I appreciate you. Stay blessed up, my brother. You as well. Stay blessed. Stay focused out here, man. Hope y'all having a great week. It's just been such an eventful week for women's basketball. Okay, we hearing she could be a possible alternate. I do know, like, I don't know what the word is on Chelsea Gray, man. Y'all let me know if y'all have heard something, but she still has not played in any action this year, and she is on this roster. Vatamoni, what's good? What's good? Hey, welcome in. Hey, RC, I'm telling you though, y'all heard the comments. She is going to enjoy this break. I'm telling y'all right now. She's getting a few weeks off to rest. She's been playing about 40 minutes a game. We know she is getting ran into the ground out there by Coach Sides. Yeah, it's just surprising. Like, none of the rookies. I know Coach T Spoon came out and talked about Angel Reese as well. But just from, like, y'all remember the Dream Team when they had Christian Laettner on there? Like, we're not expecting her to start, but, you know, it's the move to have her on the roster, though. The plan, the building blocks are there for her to be a global superstar. Why not take advantage of that, you know? I just don't get that aspect of it. Or do y'all think less people will be watching this team without Caitlin Clark now? Is that a real thing? I mean, from top to bottom, this team is stacked. You know, I don't have to tell y'all. This team is absolutely loaded. This is by far the best roster in the Paris Olympics coming up in here in the next month. Hands down. Team USA is in good hands. Like, Caitlin couldn't get a spot on this roster? I mean, it just seems like nasty work to me is all. And this is a dream of hers. She definitely wasn't the only player cut, the only young player cut. But just seeing that they weren't willing to give her a legit opportunity is crazy to me. We heard Shannon Sharp speak on it as well. What are y'all thoughts though? John says she hasn't been at any practice. They've been practicing for months now. They have a togetherness as a team. So they're building that chemistry. Okay, John. Already got that chemistry built, so maybe she disrupts that. Hey, Donnie does dishes. Welcome in. Welcome in. He says no one is watching. Do y'all think the support for this team is going to drop without Caitlin Clark? Will less people watch the Olympics? We know if she would have been on this roster, what the turnout would have been. This would have united America more so, I feel like. More people definitely would have watched. Okay, Vad with the numbers 96, Rebecca Lobo, 2000, Lisa Leslie, Sue Bird, Candace Parker, Maya Moore, Stewie, and shit, Stewie got on as a youngin. That was like one of her first years. Asia Wilson, Afisa Collier, great players to be mentioned. Holtzclaw, okay, 2000. That says they've ignored that rule as far as the rookie. So every other rookie had months of practice. I mean, I get it. Like, she's had to squeeze in a lot. She's trying to adjust. We saw Wemby sit out of the World Cup. Like, I get that perspective. But at the same time, how much did she really miss? What are y'all? I want to hear from y'all, though. I want to hear from the community. What are the perspectives here from y'all, man? What are y'all thinking about this situation? How does this impact the growth of the game? If we're talking strictly growth, they're capitalizing off this rookie class. They're looking to grow the women's game. From a growth standpoint, how do you leave the most popular player in women's sports pretty much at this point off this team? How do you do it? How do you justify it? This was the comment. So this was the quote. This was the statement that Team USA released right here, and y'all can take it in. It would be irresponsible for us to talk about her in a way other than how she would impact the play of the team, because it wasn't the purview of our committee to decide how many people would watch or how many people would root for the U.S. It was our purview to create the best team we could for sure. Is this the best team? I think it was kind of tough that Enrique got left off too, but how can you not? How can you justify, as far as like Caitlyn, you want people to tune in, you want viewers. Like, that's the name of the game. It's about dollars, advertisements. Man, Gatorade and State Farm would have went crazy with Caitlin Clark ads if she'd have been on this team. Jeez, Donnie, tell us how you really feel, my God. That says if they were building the best teams, Hamby and McBride should be on that team. Yo, Hamby, shout out, just won the Western Conference Player of the Year, or Player of the Week, excuse me. She has been playing out of her mind. So is McBride, man. She's been shooting that rock. I like her game. She's in her 6th year of vet. Atkins over most of the guard. Jones over Griner easily. I agree with that. I agree with that. Jonquil Jones absolutely over Brittany Griner. Griner's been hurt, man. She's missed a lot of games. They've got two players that really haven't played a lot. Chelsea Gray hasn't played at all, really, and then Griner's coming back off of the injury. Okay, Rico wants to play for Nigeria. Okay, respect, respect. That's a big get for them, getting the WNBA's leading scorer. That's tough. They should have took the top 8 players and four up and comers. Okay, okay. So looking at the overall roster, like I know we mentioned Jonquil Jones over Griner. Who are some other players y'all would replace off this team? Yeah, that was an ugly breakup between him. We remember there was some suspensions. The Aces were under investigation. Coach Becky Hammond missed several games because of that, man, of the whole situation with Hamby's pregnancy and how it was handled. But shout out to her for making the best of the situation and getting a fresh start and being a potential franchise player for the Sparks. RC says the huge elephant in the room, though, is that no one wants to deal with her possessed and obsessed fan base. I mean, I think that was part of it. I think that was part of it. It kind of felt like if she wasn't getting the playing time that people thought she should, the media, the fans, all the people watching were definitely going to be on their runs. Okay, Luana Bonner. Okay, John, respect. Her and Alyssa Thomas having the mates together on the squad. Bonner's a bucket, man. She be looking like Kevin Durant out there for real, y'all. We need DT off the team. So okay. So who are some of the players? Do y'all feel like Caitlyn got snubbed? Like who are some players y'all think got snubbed? Just looking at the roster, like who would y'all replace? Who would y'all bring in? Those four are the worst in the roster and at nothing. Plum, DT, Griner, Gray. Bonner is an American? Okay, I did not know that. See, man, y'all be keeping me hip. Hey, what's up, Ghost? Welcome in. Here's the thing about a fan base, though. They have money. I don't know why WNBA players don't want to make money. Is leaving Caitlin Clark off this team, are they hampering the growth of women's basketball for this tournament? I feel like this is the perfect time to capitalize, right? It's an all-time high. There's never been this many viewers on women's basketball. Jay, I agree. Welcome back. Welcome back. CC over Taurasi for sure. Time to pass the baton. CC playing better than Taurasi when Taurasi was a rookie and went to the Olympics. Absolutely agreed. Stamp it. And I said that in my earlier video. I released a video talking about this. Literally in every statistical major category, Caitlin Clark dominates Diana Taurasi. And she's the more popular player. It just makes no sense. I get that though, Ghost. You definitely have a point. Like, she's a legend. She's been over 20 plus years. She's won multiple Olympic gold medals. We know that. Definitely. And she deserves her respect. But I think it's time to pass the baton, man. Just in their stages of their careers, Caitlin Clark is the better player. We gotta admit it. And the Team USA hasn't lost a game, like they haven't been beaten or not won gold since like the 90s, bro. They were gonna be fine. But is it Team USA made that statement about putting out the best team? Is this the best team? That says Clark is one of the best PGs and clutch time scorers in the league. Okay, respect. Anna Jordan, welcome in, welcome in. Viewers, she says, what's next? Twitter followers? All right. Let us know. Let us know how, man. Who like what's going on with this team? How are y'all feeling? Did Caitlin Clark get snubbed? Man, I want to hear from what the community thinks. It's really about what y'all think tonight. Taurasi hasn't had an All-Star since 2020. She last averaged 5 points per game last time she played. Doesn't seem like she's adding much. She's been awful for like 2+ years. And it says, why are you in a rush to give Caitlin everything? Does she need to wait her turn? I mean, I definitely think she is going to be one of the focal points in 2028. But is Caitlyn getting everything too soon? Is this good for her to wait and learn from this adversity? Y'all heard she came out and said they woke a monster. That's what I'm saying, Donnie. Like, you got Chelsea Gray coming off an injury, hasn't played all year. Brittany Griner shaking off some rust. It's tough. She earned it based off the previous conditions. Yeah, I mean, Team USA is definitely showing loyalty to the vets. I would agree with that. They're definitely showing loyalty to the vets. It doesn't matter how many people watch Caitlin's games. That's not the standard. Anna, do you feel like looking at this roster top to bottom, is this the absolute best team Team USA could have sent out, Anna? Have you actually seen the precedents? All other teams have rookies. If you feel that way, then tell the other rookies to give their medals to deserving players. Okay, Caitlin Brink and Reese 2028. I definitely think Angel Reese has what it takes. Cameron Brink is going to be a special talent. We might be talking about Rakia Jackson in that lineup as well. Yeah, I think for the Fever, it's coaching. Like, there's just no leadership in the locker room. The system is terrible. They're trying to play half court with a point guard with elite court vision who wants to play fast and get transition buckets. The veteran leadership really hasn't been there with Kelsey Mitchell. She's been hooping, but Erica Wheeler, I just think Erica Wheeler's robbing them blind. Like, she's one of the top players in the league and is giving them nothing really. Timmy's injured. It's a lot, man. I think the chemistry isn't there. Aaliyah Boston looks out of shape most times. It's a lot going on. All at the same time, yeah. This rookie class is going to be around for a long time. Vaz says doesn't even know who is good on the roster. Ghost says, wait her turn. What? She did 4 years in college. She's not some fluke. She's definitely not a fluke. And I think she could have impacted this team. If you take Caitlyn, you gotta take Angel and Rakia too. How y'all feel about that? Rakia's been hooping, man. Quite like silent assassin. Shout out to her earning her spot in that starting lineup. Angel has been incredible as well, breaking records in her own right, her points and rebounds. She's tough, man. She's really gone through some physical play. And with the popularity of Angel and Caitlyn, like, will people continue to follow this team without either one of those players on this roster? Like, how do you not capitalize on that? Donnie says it's all about timing. Vad, Stewart Wilson, Copper, Collier, Young, Sabrina, and any center like Jones will win a gold medal. I agree. Kalia Copper has been hooping. RC says, I'd rather try to talk to a hungry tiger out of eating me in his cage than to watch another fever game. Team got that. It got me emotionally exhausted. You and me both, RC. Oh my gosh. So much talent being wasted right now. Ghost says, look, historically, struggling leagues have had to make non-sport decisions to keep eyeballs. Facts. That this is a really dumb move for USA basketball. WNBA loves to stay second class. Anna says, does this why is Caitlyn getting so much attention anyways? Y'all chime in on that one. Why is Caitlyn Clark the most popular player in the WNBA? Y'all give me y'all's perspective. I've gone over it in a lot of different videos. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell us. Y'all tell me and Anna. You can add Lloyd, but I would rather have Nika or some more efficient player than Lloyd. Because she is the greatest scorer in NCAA basketball history. Okay, Donnie, that's one reason. I don't care what Caitlyn did at Iowa. We ain't in Iowa anymore. Hey, you right about that, and she has definitely been getting humble. We are not in Iowa anymore. So the WNBA is supposed to reward her for something she did in college. I mean, she's been hooping since she got to the W, though. And, I mean, she got a couple 30-point games under her belt. And Caitlyn is better than 4 of the players on the roster. But she got the juice. Why not exploit that for the benefit of all? If Caitlyn left the league tomorrow, 4 teams would fold. Okay, Donnie, that's bold. That's how you feeling? Huge Caitlyn fan, but she's simply not enjoying herself like she did at Iowa. Will going to the Olympics make her feel better, play better? Great question. And I think she's not having as much fun is because she's not getting out and running. She ain't getting those outlet passes. Y'all remember how many, man, Anna Stokes used to get 12 points just off of layups. And that's supposed to be teaming. That's supposed to be Melissa Smith. That's supposed to be Aaliyah Boston. And they're playing a half-court offense. It's sickening to watch. So this is about personal jealousy. LOL weak. She shoots better threes and layups than Plum. She passes better than Plum. She's better than Plum at literally everything. I don't know about that, man. I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. Plum is a dog. When I got to high school, nobody cared what I did in middle school. Okay. She's better than two injured players. And it sounds like me now with the hey Caitlin, we ain't in Iowa anymore. No more, no more, no more. This is definitely not college. You're right about that. She's better than literally Diana. She's definitely better than Diana Taurasi right now. Saheed, welcome back. She's definitely better than Diana Taurasi right now. I think we can all collectively agree with that. You could argue that she's better than both Lloyd and Sabrina given her role in the team for the team. The sponsors are rewarding her, and she was rewarding the WNBA with her presence. Ooh, okay. Jay says, I like all the players on that team. They are the best and all deserving. My only problem is Taurasi trying to get a sixth gold medal. Give someone else a spot. Absolutely agreed. It's time to pass the torch. It's really time to pass the torch at this point. Caitlin Clark is not even speaking from a popularity standpoint, but just from a player standpoint. In this point in their respective careers, she is a lot better than Diana Taurasi is. I mean, plain and simple. This is why I wanted Clark to take Cube's big three paycheck. Of course, the WNBA would screw this up. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. They rushed to give Caitlin the money before people realized she was trash. Oh my goodness. Tell me how you really feel. Caitlin doesn't need the WNBA. WNBA needs Caitlin. Have we ever seen a player in the WNBA with this type of economic impact? This is crazy. They hate on CC. They know she should be on that team. Kelsey Plum is horrible. Look at the stats. Aaliyah Boston definitely got to get back in shape and stay out the booth and play. She need to stay out the booth and hoop. That's what Aaliyah Boston got to do. Definitely, Jonquilla Jones got snubbed. Absolutely agree. She got snubbed. Aces are on their 3-year trying to defend the championship. I expect all of them to be sluggish. They won't be defending. Hey, I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to score with them, y'all. Nobody knew that until Caitlin came to the WNBA. They getting blown out tonight. Oh man, back-to-back champs, and you don't expect the Aces to be worn out? Aaliyah Boston should have been playing overseas, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I mean, it's ridiculous, but just looking at the roster breakdown, y'all can see it. And I know we've been kind of talking about some WNBA, just getting a quick look at the standings right there for everybody just joining in. I definitely still want to hear about the comments though, man, about this Olympic team. Did they make the right decision not including Caitlin Clark from a popularity standpoint, and denying her the opportunity this year to be a global icon potentially? People forgot there was a WNBA until Caitlin Clark came to town. Okay. So the general feeling that Caitlin Clark is bigger than the league at this point? We see the Connecticut Sun 10-1, still at the top of the league. New York Liberty 11-2. They have been on a roll their last 10 games. The Atlanta Dream just lost to the Washington Mystics tonight, but Ryan Howard has been sensational. She won't be here for long if the pressure keeps mounting and mounting. All this pressure is gonna turn Caitlin Clark into Markelle Fultz. Ooh, I hope she don't deal with the injuries. I hope she got better shoulders than Markelle Fultz. No shade. No shade. But I hope she got better shoulders. And that just kind of gives y'all the breakup. But y'all see the Fever 3-10, 11th seed right now, 11th place in the respective Eastern Conference. Still above the Washington Mystics. One place below the Chicago Sky at 4-6. But look at that, man. Like, bro, the Indiana Fever have already played 13 games. They played 5 games in 8 days, which was nuts. The Aces currently are at 5th. Those defending champions we were talking about, 5-4 on the year. Currently at 5th. The Aces have 2 more wins than the Fever right now. Just throwing that out there. It's a fact she is bigger than the league. You invited me to a party, so what? Gotta kiss your grass for the rest of my life. Who cares if we started watching because of Caitlin? CC is a generational talent, agreed, and she's gonna be a cultural icon once it's all said and done. Caitlin isn't the reason we're still watching. I mean, Angel has been really outspoken about that, saying, it's a lot more players that have paved the way, and they're not just watching one player. That has been the sentiment. CC has the most pure shot and will always have a spot regardless. All she shoots are threes. Her shot is impossible for them to defend. She's crazy good at setting up that shot. And she has limitless range. If she gets across half court, you got to guard her straight up. Was this a mistake? Did Team USA just fumble the bag by not adding Clark or Angel Reese to this roster? Goes you funny. The Fever schedule is not in their favor as well. Too many games in it. Yeah, they played like 5 games in 8 days, and like 5 of their first game was like 2 or 3 of the top teams in the league. Man, they done played the Sun, the Mercury, or not the Mercury, the Liberty. They done played the Aces. And it says, I started watching basketball because of Jordan. You don't see me thanking Jordan every time I watch a game. All right, valid. People aren't watching the other teams. Okay. It's the Caitlyn show. It's all about Caitlyn. Caitlyn isn't the only reason I watch. Fair enough. There's a lot of talent in the league, a lot of great teams. This is the perfect time to be getting into the W, to be honest with y'all. And that was the statement, in case you're just joining in, that was the statement that Team USA released regarding Caitlin Clark not making the team. Quote, it would be irresponsible for us to talk about her in a way other than how she would impact the play of the team, because it wasn't the purview of our committee to decide how many people would watch or how many people would root for the U.S. It was our purview to create the best team we could for sure. CC is 3 times all the other games. They need to get rid of the 4 players: DT, Grinder, Plum, and Gray. Gray, I'm surprised made this team. She been hurt all year. She been gonna play. Probably why they gonna make Caitlin an alternate. Cameron Brink, Nika Mule with that Seattle squad. Okay, dropping some names and they're dropping some gems right now. 5-4, about to be 5-5. You ain't lying, RC. You ain't lying. Watching Nika on the bench. Yo, it's crazy she's not getting any burn with them. She is struggling to crack that rotation. And she missed like the first 4 games, as we know, with that visa situation. Wilson and Nike already made Caitlin one of the highest paid sports figures in women's sports, and she is just starting. Go says, okay, whatever, when the shine fades and the WNBA goes back to obscurity, you'll regret you didn't strike while the iron was hot. International stage, American flag, WNBA, fumbling it. Caitlin's threes are nothing like Curry's. Did Team USA fumble the bag by not having Caitlin on this team to capitalize? I mean, how do you not have your league's biggest star on this team? It's not like it would have been a charity edition. Like, she's good enough to play. How did she not make this team over Diana Taurasi, y'all? Like, seriously though. How did she not make this team over Diana Taurasi? I gotta get the side by side because this is ridiculous. I mean, this is so. There's the side by side. Y'all can see the stats right now. 12 games for Caitlin, 11 for Taurasi right now. Look at the side by side comparison here, man. Like Caitlyn dominates her in every aspect. We're not even talking about from the popularity standpoint because we know who's tuning in more so to see Caitlin Clark over Diana Taurasi. People ain't checking for the Mercury like that. Let's just be honest. But side by side stats, that's what we're looking at right there. Welcome in, welcome in. If you're just joining, we're talking WNBA, we're talking USA Women's Basketball Olympic Team. I got the graphic up right now showing Caitlin Clark. I think, in my opinion, and a lot of people are feeling that same way, should have made this team over Diana Taurasi. That just gives y'all kind of a comparison of how they've been this season. All those years you thought the WNBA was irrelevant, you know who didn't. WNBA is still at risk of irrelevance. Caitlin's agent has a lot of leverage to get her to opt out of the WNBA and play in a league that will pay the biggest bucks. Celebrity will pay more than talent. Okay. Okay. Interesting take, AC. Welcome in. Welcome in. I like it. You know, CC led NCAA in assists one season and averaged 9 assists per game in her college career. She's definitely an elite playmaker, and that's what's making me so mad about Coach Sides, the way she's playing her in this half court. When she is one of the best outlet passers in the league, she can get that thing up court, man. My hero is Tamika Catchings. You need to settle. Okay. Hey, Tamika was putting in work, man. Respect to her. Caitlyn is the only player worth watching since she actually entertains people. Nobody wants to watch missed air balls and layups. Maya Moore, my favorite female hooper of all time. Hey, so he respect as a Minnesota Lynx fan. That warms my heart. Love to hear that. Not one stadium or arena was built because of Caitlin Clark. They have moved some games to bigger arenas for her, though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She's just not that important. Clark has only had like 3 airballs her whole career so far. One of which is a current meme. Don't fool yourself. You want them to build a stadium? She literally got the money to build. Hey, and we appreciate you locking in with us. Definitely check out, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Go says, yeah, they're all built by the NBA. Caitlin Clark is an opportunity to flip the script, and you're pretty jealous is gonna mess it up. Is the treatment of Caitlin Clark is it going to hamper the growth of the WNBA in y'all's opinion? She built a Habitat for Humanity project. I mean, look at the side by side, man. How is Caitlin Clark not on this team over Diana Taurasi? First off, that's where we kind of got it started. But second off, is it hurting the growth of the game not having your most popular player represent her country on a global stage? Did Team USA fumble the bag here, y'all? Is this the best possible roster? Don't get me wrong. This roster is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. But is this the best possible roster? I mean, y'all remember they put Christian Laettner on the Dream Team? The men knew what was going on. He was the most popular college athlete coming off back-to-back natties. I mean, you got to capitalize. You got to ride the hot hand. But what are y'all thoughts? Is this the best 12? Did Caitlin Clark get snubbed? Did Angel Reese get snubbed? I definitely want to hear from y'all. WNBA could learn a lot from the WWE. Again, it is not talent, but fan appeal that brings the masses and the big money. And that's what they need, AC. They need those advertisement dollars. They need that bread. Caitlin Clark is money anytime she laces them up. It would be hilarious if WNBA decided to have an arc with WNBA against Caitlin Clark to push ratings and talking points. I mean, Caitlin Clark is headline news on every talk show. We already know. Hey, Passport, Nola Boy, welcome in, welcome in. Bro, they not picking players based off this year. Only they pick players that have been doing good for the last 4 years. Rike got snubbed. Jay, that's the same thing I'll say. She definitely did. Somebody mentioned, though, she might want to play for Nigeria. DT need to retire. Yeah, you got to get... Tarasi needs to hang it up, man. Just like how LeBron needs to retire. Dang, you coming for Bron? Y'all already accomplished so much. There's nothing else to prove. Yeah, Tarasi, I mean, just at this stage in her career, she's not a better player than Caitlin Clark. And then when you throw in the mass appeal of Caitlin Clark, it makes no sense. DT hasn't been an all-star since 2020. She averaged 5 points per game. Griner hasn't even played all but 2 games since the Russia incident. Yeah, she's just getting back to her stride. She came back last season. She's looking good so far this season. But Gray, I mean, Chelsea Gray been out all season. She ain't played a game all year. Olympic ladies will blow out the majority of the teams they meet and take the gold undefeated again, but not many will notice. They picking bad players completely. Why is Griner out there? I don't understand how Griner got in over Jonquel Jones. I mean, honestly, give me Angel Reese over Griner at this point. A healthy Angel Reese at that. But that is the team. I mean, they're stacked. It's a stacked squad, but a couple of the picks are questionable. Is this the best 12 players as a team that they could have put together, y'all? Like, how are y'all feeling about this roster? Is this the best possible 12? We haven't seen them not get gold since like the 90s. So I don't think they'll have a problem. But is this the best 12? And will people care? Are people going to be engaged? That's the big thing. Are they going to get the support that like Team USA women's soccer gets? They had Alex Morgan and they had her front center and they knew how to monetize that and market that. I mean, you got to know what sells. LeBron will pass the torch soon to Wimbenyama, and hey, he's gonna be playing in the Olympics at his home in Paris, man. So that'll be dope. Griner is there because Stewart and Wilson don't want to play full time center. Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, that's why they could have had John Kell Jones out there. It's not the best roster. McBride should replace each of their shooters. McBride been sensational this season. Playmaking and shooting that rock. WNBA could have sent their scrubs and probably win gold, and games would be more competitive. McBride is better than Plum or Sabrina. Not a lot of love for Sabrina and the Aces with 3 players on this roster. McBride been hooping though. Like I love that y'all are name dropping her because she is a hooper. In her 6 years, she's really, really coming along. Sniper, knockdown shooter. The WNBA is very physical, and I like that. It reminds me of NBA basketball pre 2015. Love the hot take. Love that hot take. I mean, they be going at it. And the WNBA has been physical since its inception. Like, I know it seems like it's been painted that Caitlin's getting bullied out there, but it's been physical. Every rookie that's come through there then got laid out. We see Angel Reese get choke slammed. Yo, RC, that would be crazy. Paige Beckers to the Aces. I think she's gonna have such a smooth transition to the WNBA. RC, yeah, I'm not gonna put it past them, man. Becky Hammond and them be scheming. And shout out Kate Martin getting those big minutes with them. Started the other day too. Aces aren't tanking. Are they just folding? The disparity between the U.S. and the rest of the world is so great that the team doesn't need the top 12, so sacrificing one spot in an effort to grow the WNBA internationally just makes sense. Jay, very valid take, Jay. Very valid take. How do you justify putting Diana Taurasi on this team over Caitlin Clark? I don't get it. I don't get it, y'all. They just don't have the team to compete for 40 minutes. Aces need a bench. I think Liberty has the number one pick. Man, are they gonna give it to the Golden State expansion team though? They literally are building a franchise for Paige Beckers right now as we speak. And speaking of Paige Beckers, y'all go check out one of my latest videos that I dropped yesterday, talking about the South Carolina Gamecocks' biggest competition, UConn, USC, Texas. A lot of other good gems in that one. Definitely go check that out. Yeah, I just don't see how you could put Diana Taurasi on this team over Caitlin Clark, man. Y'all, look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. See for yourself. I'm not lying to you. Yeah, the WNBA is crazy with trades. You got teams that get 3 first round number one picks back to back to back to back. That's how the Aces built their dynasty. Number one picks. It's just madness to me, man. I think Team USA definitely fumbled with this though. I mean, the side by side comparison, just take it in. The WNBA has been very spicy this season. I gotta admit, those are the standings right there. People were asking if the Aces are tanking. Currently, right now, in fifth place in the West, the Minnesota Lynx continue to be superb this year. Great defensive team moving the basketball. Seattle's figuring it out. Mercury have been better with BG. The Wings made the playoffs last year, and they smelling it up right now. Stephen A. couldn't crack these girls. Seems money is not the most important thing. Yo, Jay finally got that dub over the Dream. And shout out to Leah Edwards. She is here. When y'all talk about rookies moving forward, I need Leah Edwards to be mentioned in that conversation. Kiki and Juju are going to ball out for Southern California. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And they got Talia Van Ohoffen from Oregon State too, and Kennedy Smith. Like they got the number one recruiting class coming in. Oh, SC is about to be stacked. Dallas Wings get Atlanta Dream. Washington Mystics get Dallas Wings first. First, Dallas Wings can swap picks with Chicago Sky. Las Vegas gets Mystics second round pick. That's a lot of swapping. That's a lot of movement right there. Caitlyn is 22 years old. Tarasi is 22,000 years. Man. I mean, come on, man. She pushing 50. How do y'all have her on the team over Caitlyn? It just genuinely, you cannot pitch that makes sense in any way. Who wants to die on that hill? Like, you cannot explain that to me. You cannot justify putting Diana Taurasi on this Olympic team over Caitlin Clark. You cannot justify it. But definitely let me know what y'all think about this situation. Are y'all going to be tuning into the Olympics without Caitlin Clark being on this team? Are y'all less likely to follow this team intensely now? We know Team USA is going to represent, but it's also about odds and advertisement dollars, man. It's been some great takes in here tonight so far. Yeah, Tarasi, man, come on. They are basically BSing a bunch of woke bums trying to avoid giving her a spot. I mean, just the benefits of Caitlyn being on this team, but how do you justify putting Diana Taurasi? I gotta keep putting this graphic up, the side by side. How do you justify putting Taurasi on this team at 60 years old compared to Caitlyn Clark? Not only just because Clark is a better player at this point in her career, but also the popularity. Are you kidding me? None of us are checking for Taurasi. I'm gonna be honest. No disrespect. She's a legend. She's one of the GOATs. But come on, bro. We not checking for Diana Taurasi like we checking for Caitlin Clark. Never have been. WNBA should send their rookie class to display the best girls coming into the WNBA in a while. They too would win gold easy. Okay, that would be dope. That would be dope just to see the 2024 class go out there. Coach of the Lynx hates her. Two of the team members hate her. Oh man. I would swap both the team members for Angel. AC shot down for saying what? Then swapped the coach too. She lost the junior championship in 2 games to get silver. That coach sucks. Christos, welcome in, my friend. Caitlyn is not good enough. She's just an average WNBA player. Ooh, tough take. Okay, average. All right. The rookie class will be well represented at the next Olympics. Yeah, 2028. I see Caitlin Clark being one of the focal points. I see Angel Reese making this team. I see Cameron breaking Rakia Jackson possibly making this team. The way Aaliyah Edwards is progressing over the last few weeks, the last few games for them, for the Mystics getting that first win, she definitely could see her name in the running for this one of these spots as well. Oh yeah, AC Diana is way too old. Look at the numbers. Like, people can say whatever they want. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. I mean, you just can't justify having Diana Taurasi on this team. This is like a farewell tour for her at this point. Like, she's getting her flowers at this Olympic Games. Because, I mean, I don't see her playing much. I don't see her contributing much. She's definitely the worst player on the team, without a doubt. Average is basically 7 points per game or worse. Well, yeah, Clark is way above that. That is for sure. I mean, she already got a couple 30 balls under her bag, man. Rookie year. Like, to her credit, through the scrutiny, through the remarks, through the love, through the hate, through the praise, through the failure, through the losing, Clark has remained humble and handled everything with grace. I just gotta shout her out for that. Clark is number one in this stat, turnover. She do be turning that rock over. You will not hear me argue that at all. She do be turning that rock over. I will never argue that. That is definitely an area of opportunity for improvement. Her turnover ratio is better than Tarasi's, though. Diana T getting her digs in on CC every chance she gets, and that is going to cost the league big time. So I know some people are saying that they feel like Caitlin Clark is bigger than the WNBA as a whole right now and could go somewhere else and play. Like in a celebrity league, Big Three league. Ice Cube was talking about throwing her $5 million. But the WNBA is so loyal to their vets. Team USA being so loyal to the vets. It's not about picking the best player at all times. Clark should leave the league and let them suffer and get to eat crow. Man, her just the publicity. Do y'all think the treatment that she's been receiving so far, like, could it hinder the growth of the league? You still with the networks? You just doing? Yeah. So I host a podcast for two different networks. I host a ACC football podcast. That'll be coming. Still doing some network work as well. But for this channel, it's all me live with Brandon Blakely. This is my baby right here. So this is where we express the creative freedom and get to talk about all the hot topics we want to talk about. Appreciate you asking, Jay. Clark's still getting adjusted. The turnovers will cut down sooner than later. Yeah, she's definitely still getting adjusted to the physicality as well as just the speed of the game. And some of those lackluster passes that she got away with at Iowa and in college, she's not getting away with that in the WNBA because they're faster, more athletic, and the defense is just more intense. Clark's point total will be much lower because WNBA refs will not call her for flopping a foul. Hey, James Harden made a career out of getting to the line. I'm just saying. Can you imagine if the NBA treated Jordan like this when they made the Dream Team? Hey, I tell you what, Caitlin Clark be getting treated like Jordan in the league is the bad boy Pistons. How she be getting abused? There was no growth of the league. She's doing probably the most growing it could ever expect. She's definitely expedited the growth of the WNBA by some years. Definitely. Clark is not Jordan. Please pass what you're smoking. He is 3 times as high as the rest of them, even on that trash team. CC Brand is larger than Jordan's was when he was a rookie. Yeah, I would agree with that. As a rookie, it wasn't 2.1 million people tuning in to watch Jordan's games. He was not signing the level of endorsement deals that Clark is signing right now. I don't think Jordan was a millionaire like she was a multi-millionaire in year one. But that's where I'll stop those comparisons. Respect. She, but I mean, guys, looking at this side by side comparison, there's no way you got DT over Caitlin Clark. There's just no way. And we can say, you can be a fan or not a fan of Caitlin. Like, I'm not here to tell anybody how to feel, but the numbers, though, don't lie. The way that she's impacting the game is insane. Talent wise, no woman can compare. That's Kelsey Plum, bad numbers. Camilla got that Nike deal. Salute to her. Camilla, Alyssa Peely also getting that Nike. Jordan and Kobe still my two best. Okay, respect. Respect. I don't understand why Kobe gets left off that GOAT talk all the time. Like he just got skipped over. I don't like that. 36% shooting, 13 points, 27% from three tonight. Yeesh. Yeesh. Getting their boots smoked. Vast says they're getting their boots smoked right now. Aces down 80-65 to the Lynx. They're about to drop to 500. The Storm beating the Sparks 74-69. Guamake 20 points. Jewel Lloyd has 18 tonight. Shout out my fantasy squad. Sky Diggins Smith, 14 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in that contest. We did mention the Atlanta Dream lost to the Mystics 87-68 today. Quiet night for Aaliyah Edwards, but Ariel Atkins balled out. So did Brittany Sykes, 18 points for both of them. And shout out Ron Howard becoming the youngest player to hit that 3-point record. I think it was like 400 threes. Youngest player to ever do that. She had 16 points tonight, 2 rebounds. Just giving y'all a little round table. Little round table action. You know, we had some WNBA action. Current WNBA standings right there for y'all. Jordan and Wilt the goats to me. Okay. Hey, man, why we still haven't seen any footage? They got all the footage in the world of Wilt doing everything else. We still haven't seen any footage of that 100-point game. What's really going on here? I need some answers. Yay, salute, man. R.I.P. Cole, R.I.P. Bean. Why would you have over McBride? Nah, absolutely. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. McBride been playing lights out. She's definitely a better shooter than Taurasi. Shoot, McBride got 16 tonight. She out there giving it to the aces, y'all. 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3. Also, I talked about it earlier. McBride's playmaking. 8 assists to 1 turnover. You need a point guard that can shoot the rock. I'm just saying. Connecticut Sun is a great defensive team. I got them going deep in the playoffs. Is this the Suns' year? Bonner, Dejanay Carrington, Alyssa Thomas, of course, one of the best players in the league, having another MVP type of season. Is this the Suns' year? They do look tough, man. They're guarding. Defensively, they're knocking shots down. They're moving the basketball. They're playing incredible. Could this be the Connecticut Suns' year to finally get over that hump? It was radio only for that 100-point game. Man, how they got games for him playing that same season, I feel like then. I'm always seeing Wilt highlights. I'm not denying he got the 100. I'm just like, man, we can't get any clips. Man, who would like for y'all? Who have been the biggest surprises so far in the WNBA? I love the additions of Natasha Cloud, Dearica Hamby. Like there has been a lot of really good free agent signings that have been flourishing under the radar for their new teams. We got the Connecticut Sun potentially taking it all away. So he says the Aces looking to win that 3rd title in a row. The New York Liberty definitely gonna have something to say as well. Minnesota Lynx are back. WNBA basketball is just better when the Minnesota Lynx are good. Are you guys still going to support that USA Team USA squad in Paris? Is everybody still going to be locked in even without Caitlin Clark and Angel Reeves? I feel you. I feel you, man. Man, y'all have had some really great hot takes tonight. I gotta say, man, this has been a great discussion. Y'all have had some great, very valid points. I can tell y'all do y'all research out. Yo, I'm telling you, these Nick Carrington be strapping up. She's clamps. Carrington out there, you got the right to remain silent. Like any bucket that you score will be held against you. Like, oh my goodness. Pesky on ball defender, she out there ripping, stripping, and going the other way with the leg. Okay, Jay said he's still gonna support. Are you guys still gonna be tuning in? And if so, who are some of the players that you guys are most excited about on this Olympic roster? There is the full roster. We went through it earlier. Of course, we got Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Diana Taurasi, Alyssa Thomas, Brittany Griner, Nafisa Collier, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Kalia Copper, of course, Chelsea, Sabrina rounding out the roster. I mean, top to bottom, though, this roster is stacked. Backcourt is loaded. You got point guards, you got creators, you got scorers, you got playmakers. The front court is elite. You got size, you got mobility, athleticism. People are making up narratives that aren't even researched about their own favorite league. Facts. Facts. Yeah, see, I agree. Dallas is definitely battling some injuries. I'm interested to see if JC Sheldon, Jalen Brown can continue to get minutes with that team. I hate hearing literally all those folks that say Candace Parker is the GOAT because she was rookie MVP and whatnot. But she was literally an industry plant that year. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta be honest. Maya Moore is definitely my GOAT. I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm just stating how I feel. If she's such a GOAT, why is she only able to get one more MVP? And she wasn't even worth it then. Maya Moore had a better season that year and should have been MVP. I'm telling you right now, if Maya Moore wouldn't have retired, she'd probably have about 8 championships. She probably have about 8, I would say. Could at least got about 3 more MVPs. Who is y'all's WNBA GOAT? Let's rank them. Who is y'all's WNBA GOAT? I got Maya Moore. I'm not gonna tell you wrong if you got Candace Parker. I'm not gonna tell you how to feel. I'm just interested in how y'all what y'all thinking about it. That is the Olympic roster. This is what we started the discussion with. If you're just joining in, talking about if Diana Taurasi should have made this roster over Caitlin Clark. That is the big discussion right now. And we mentioned Team USA Basketball did release a statement talking about it right there. And I've read it a couple times. Y'all can definitely read it for yourselves. Just basically to sum it up, hey, we feel like we put the best team out there, and we ain't care who's worried about watching or rooting for the Team USA. We're not worried about the fans and none of that. That's basically what Team USA said. 2008 Sparks had two Olympics rostered Leslie Milton plus Rookie of the Year Candace Parker. Yeah, see, Maya, man, elite. Part of their logic in the selection process was to choose players that were familiar with each other, which I admit makes some sense to me. Nah, agreed. You know that's because you don't have a lot of time to build chemistry. They go to training camp. You know they have the tryouts. They go to training camp, and then they're right into action within a month. So you definitely want players that are familiar with each other's games. I get that, and that's why we're seeing multiple teammates here. The team was 3 years straight Western Conference Finals teams. Then they tanked to get Parker, which was fixed. Then they basically went back to the Western Conference Finals a year later. Parker didn't even have the best season. The team wasn't even that much better than the years before, and literally Parker's stats were weaker than others in the MVP race. But he got it over them. They wanted that rookie MVP so bad, didn't they? They wanted that rookie MVP so bad. So it seems like those are the two like popular topics though of the picks. Parker and Maya Moore getting pitted against each other. Parker was gifted that MVP just to try to prop her up to get more coverage on her because she can dunk. That didn't help them, and they basically moved out. And the WNBA has, used that eye to capitalize off of talent, to capitalize and market their biggest players. But somehow, them and Team USA fumbled the bag with this Caitlin Clark decision. Y'all heard what she said. They done woke a monster. It's weird. It's weird. I still love this roster though. Make no mistake about it. And we're still gonna have a lot of content on them as well. Like I'm definitely still gonna keep y'all informed. But it would have been cool to see Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese make this roster. Arike and Jonquel Jones definitely got snubbed. Gotta put that out there. But those are the updated standings. How about those Washington Mystics getting that first dub? Stand up, DC. Mario equals GOAT status. I hope they lose and they would basically make them face reality. Okay, dang. That says he's not, man. He ain't even rooting for Team USA. He's so disappointed. Does anyone else share those sentiments? I do think the viewership is going to be hurt by not having Caitlin Clark on this team. Especially because y'all know the Olympics is weird. You gotta wake up all kinds of hours just to catch the game. It's nuts. Y'all seen Shannon Sharp, how he's fast. Pat McAfee been talking about it. Like all the biggest hosts in the game are talking about this topic. Asia Wilson padding her stats now in garbage time. Man, she has been sensational so far this season, though. She looks like she's coming for another MVP for sure. Who have y'all been the most impressed with this season so far? Like, who are the surprise teams? Who are the surprise players? And it can be good or bad. Right now, I'm surprised the Aces are about to fall to 500. She won't get it if she misses playoffs. Yo, you're right about that. They might not give Caitlyn her just due, aka playing time, or the players might freeze her out. Clark is probably having a hard time making WNBA friends. Yeah, absolutely, and it's no fault of her own. She's not asking for these coverage or these deals. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not her fault. She's just being her. And she's been humble, paying homage, not pointing fingers at all, like through this whole process. She's handled it with gracefulness and class. Yo, Nafisa is incredible. She is incredible. And she's one of those unsung heroes that should be in the MVP conversation every single year. Agreed. They need to photo op that and show that even lesbians and Christians and straight women can all be friends and have campfires together. Hey, can't we all get along? It is a lot. And obviously, Caitlin Clark is an easy sell. Show America that you can play together with her, and it'd be hilarious if they can't do that in Paris. I tell you, man, I think this team is definitely gonna have some growing pains, but they should be fine. But you just can't justify putting Diana Taurasi on the roster over Caitlin Clark, man. There's just nothing you can do to justify it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Mm-mm. I'm not selling those. I'm not buying those tickets they sell. Well, guys, it is after midnight here on the East Coast. Before we end the live, though, before we wrap it up, y'all know I got to give y'all a chance to get those parting shots off. So go ahead and fire at me your hottest hot takes. Let me know how y'all feeling about everything that's been going on the past few days and the past week with all the news in women's basketball. Holler at your boy. And make sure to hit that subscribe button for all the latest and the greatest. Because y'all know I'm dropping content daily, weekly, whatever you need. Give me the spiciest hot takes before we get out of here. And if you're just joining, welcome into the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast, my friends. We got lives, we got videos, we got shorts. We keeping you updated on all things sports, baby. Come rock with me. Come take a ride with your boy. All right, gang. I appreciate y'all. If it was your first time, definitely lock in, subscribe, and stay in tune with us. We definitely will have more lives this week. We'll be going live again tomorrow. Check out the content. I just uploaded a recent video talking about this same subject, diving into what Unc Shannon Sharp was saying, diving into Team USA's statement, and much, much more. Y'all make sure to tune in. I appreciate y'all. Much love. This isn't possible without y'all. Until next time, hey. We out. This has been the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast.